Now, the most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
How you doing, everybody? Well, we've got a lot to talk about in the weather, what's left of a front that's increasing our rain chances, and of course the tropics. First, let's talk local. With the front fizzling out just off to our north, Citrus Hernando, you may see some drier air come Saturday morning. I think the rest of us, no such luck. Pretty typical. Models can often be kind of bullish on fronts coming through in September, but reality tells us it's usually later in October before we actually start to see that happen. So while I do think there will be a little drier air coming in northern counties on Friday morning, I think the bulk of the area stays in the upper 80s with some scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Highs both days, Thursday and Friday, in the upper 80s, maybe mid to upper 80s across our northern counties, but closer to 90, especially with more sunshine down south. All right, here's a look at Tropical Storm Matthew. This is the way this plays out. For the next 2 or 3 days, there will be no changes. It's going to go west. It'll slowly get stronger. Then sometime on Saturday into Sunday, that's the way it looks now, we are going to start to see a turn to the north. Now, if that decides to do it a little bit sooner, then the track would be more to the east. If it decides to be a little bit later, the track would be to the west. You see this fan, this margin of error, all of that is in play. And we use models known as ensembles. It's maybe 50, 60, 70 different runs of a particular model, and you tweak a little variable here and there to maybe change the outcome. While looking at the ensembles down the road, they pretty much are all around Florida. So while most of our spaghetti models on the track look like they try to keep this east of Florida, at this point, that's just not set in stone. I mean, are we leaning that way? Probably. But at this point, I still think anybody's fair game from the eastern Gulf all the way through the Bahamas and up the eastern seaboard. So as you see, spaghetti models definitely are on the east side, but I would not be the least bit surprised if we see these go back and forth. I mean, that's 8-9 days away. A lot can happen in 8 hours, 8 days, you know what I'm saying. There's going to be change. There just always is. Here's a look at Florida's most accurate 7-day forecast. Rain chances 30 to 40% through the weekend. A little drier in our northern counties, but I think most of us stay rather warm with those scattered storms.